mean, it rained everywhere. There was, first of all, a sandstorm, very short, small one, but it rained, and so the temperature is cool, thankfully. So that's basically one reason I'm actually excited. Trust me, Lagos has been very hot. I know, we all know, some of us who actually reside in the city of Lagos, and I'm sure the northern area too is also very hot. The northern region too is also very hot, and we've been hearing of measles outbreak, meningitis as well. All of this is caused by intense heat, and NIMET has told us that we should expect this actually to happen for, you know, a couple of months, this kind of intense heat wave, and they had advised us to stay hydrated. But in communities that this kind of weather would be so intense and almost volcanic, well, the health implications is something that can be quite scary. So let's just thank God that in this tropical area, in this tropical region, we're able to adjust to whatever weather conditions are presented to us. My name is Esther Wachiku, ladies and gentlemen. In 6 minutes gone past our 7 o'clock. The evening rush commences 7 to 9 p.m. every day of the week from Monday to Friday, where we get to discuss important national issues across Nigeria's socio-economic and political landscape. And then obviously we have international conversations as well, so long as it impacts Nigeria's economy, Nigeria's politics, and generally Nigeria's lifestyle. So what are the hot topics that we're going to be looking into today? In fact, I want us to be as fast as possible, because a couple of you have complained that we don't get to open the phone lines as early as possible. So I'm going to start off with this. I think early this morning, we saw a tweet by the governor of Lagos State, Sanwo-Olu, accusing Peter Obi of lacking the moral right to criticize Nigeria's poverty situation, citing his poor record in Anambra. In a rare intervention, the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, took on the presidential candidate of Labour Party in the 2023 general election, claiming the former Anambra State governor lacks the moral right to talk about poverty in Nigeria. In a statement that he personally signed, titled factually addressing Mr. Peter Obi's criticism of Nigeria at Johns Hopkins University, Sanwo-Olu accused Obi of contributing to the current poverty in the country and alleged that under him as governor in Anambra State, the menace grew astronomically. In fact, you know that Obi actually drew a comparison between Nigeria, China, and Vietnam in the area of poverty. Now, he stressed that Nigeria, with about 50 million poor people, had the least number of people in poverty in 1990 than any of the three countries. And a couple of analysts and historical persons who are very good with Nigeria's political history will tell you that it's true. Nigeria used to borrow the International Monetary Fund. Nigeria actually gave their vehicle to the Queen of England. They used to borrow to all of these communities and international organizations who we make reverence to now whenever we talk about them, or we always look up to in terms of patterning our political lifestyle to about with theirs. And so it was surprising how Nigerians then came out to say that, especially the opposition, came out to say that Peter Obi, who intends to govern this country at some point, or administer in this country at some point, or become a leader of this country at some point, shouldn't go in the international space to paint us in bad light. It's not patriotic. One of such persons who even called him a very derogatory name just because he wanted to reprimand Peter Obi was Segun Shoumi of the People's Democratic Party. It was so raw and crude. And to be honest with you, I've been following Governor Sanwo-Olu. I like him. Do you know why I like the governor? The governor has really been under intense pressure to become a bigot. If you follow the governor on social media and you follow what the political party members, specifically those supporting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, they've been calling him all forms of names. They say he's too liberal. They say he's giving some certain ethnic group opportunities he's not meant to do so. They've said Lagos State is only a Yoruba state. They've said a lot of things. They've put this man into undue pressure, but he doesn't respond to them. The man minds his business, does his work. You go to his platform, always talking about the developmental efforts, the partnership with international communities, employment opportunities, the synergy with working in terms of infrastructure. The guy is minding his business, and I love it. And he listens. When you make complaints about the state, when there are issues, the governor listens. If you get to his office, if you're denied certain things and the governor gets to hear your plight, he's reasonable. And it's amazing that Lagos State has been able to produce very good governors. So I was shocked. I've never heard him speak about the opposition. It's only those who work with the governor, they actively work with the governor, that I know are into all this bigotry, ethnic divisive statements, and all whatnot. And in some instances, some of the followers have said that the reason why the governor cannot really call out this person's working for him, making all of these divisive statements, is because they were imposed on him. I don't know how true that is, but that's what they're saying, that they were selected for him, so there's nothing he can do. Another thing to also look at is the fact that this is Governor Sanwo-Olu's second term. So what does he have to, I mean, it's not his business with anything going on. His own job is to deliver his mandate, do his job after his tenure expires. Either he retires from politics or he's given another ministerial appointment in the next dispensation or something, just like Governor Fashola was before he was given the ministerial appointment of Minister of Works and Housing. So I was shocked, to be honest with you, when I saw his response. Like, he has never even criticized Atiku Abubakar. I've never heard him talk about any other political candidate. Ever since the 2023 elections, the governor has been minding his business. So what happened? And it's not like Peter Obi made reference to Lagos State. I understand that you being the governor, you are trying to defend your state. So what changed? What happened? I mean, I don't see him in the light of those who work with him. They can do whatever it is they want. They use their official handles to promote hate, to promote divisive statements. They respond to bigots on social media rather than having to respond to the developmental efforts of the state governor, instead of performing their responsibility, which entails projecting all the positive outlook of the state governor. The man is amazing. He's been doing an amazing job. So where did this come from? You know, these are the responses of a lot of critics. The followers of Peter Obi have come, and that's the obedience to say, Governor Sanwo-Olu, are you saying that what we've been seeing on social media with those who work with you, that you actually acknowledge those things that they do that is ethnically divisive and all of that? Are you telling me with your response that, well, I really cannot pinpoint what this means, but this is one of the things we'll be considering today on the evening rush, and we'd like to know what you think. Obviously, I have Barrister Darlington right here in the studio. Barrister Darlington, today is Monday. You know how we do it with him. Now, if we now look at governance, the president, in a very beautiful development, has decided to actually ensure that there will be arrears paid to civil servants of 35,000 naira. And a lot of Nigerians have said, wow, this is part of the president's developmental agenda, the Renewed Hope Agenda Initiative. I spoke with Mr. Peter Anosike. He said he doubted it, but I would say if this commences, if we begin to hear testimonies of, persons receiving this, then it's a very good thing, right? It's a very, very beautiful thing. Meanwhile, INEC chair Mahmood Yakub, his tenure will be expiring later this year, is saying that there needs to be an overhauling. He's calling for electoral law reform, and he's specifically stating that it is quite important that these things are looked into because there's a lot of misconceptions and ambiguities that needs to be corrected. For example, they're saying that there should be a continuous retreat on this, where there is orientation and people are properly educated about the guidelines or what the laws of INEC are, and that they need judicial backing for some of the things that they will implement in the Electoral Act. But Nigerians have different things to say about it. They feel that, why is he coming up with this now? He had supposedly, failed previously, even if he says he hasn't failed. But why is he coming up with this now? He should have done this, way before now. It's too late. And Nigerians don't even trust the institution called INEC. Meanwhile, Okowa defecting, saying that it's a tsunami. He's saying that they needed to connect to Abuja. And the question is, exactly what do you mean? Have you not been connected to Abuja since you were the governor of Delta State? So during the administration of Buhari, are you saying that you did not have access to the presidency that time, and then all of a sudden now you think that once you defect to the All Progressives Congress, you have access to the presidency? Oh well, we'll now talk about this mass defections from the opposition political parties to the All Progressives.
Because they believe there is a magic with which the owner and the builder of the house will use to sustain the house. And that's writing results.
So all of the results that Peter Obi got in the election too were written.
Now, interesting question. We had 18,008 polling units that we showed from the IREF portal, where results we are not posted at all. There is no explanation to it till today. Recall that I said that they wrote the results. The results given to Peter Obi was allocated to him. That's written. Go to Rivers State.
Who did?
Go to INEC. Go to Rivers State.
But the court says otherwise.
No, the court is not telling you they wrote or they did not write. The court is telling you you did not produce the evidence to show substantial evidence that even if you bring the ones they wrote, that it could change the system. Where will you bring the evidence? When INEC, the only institution that is in custody of such document, refused to bring it out. We were in the court. We subpoenaed them many times.
On what basis did they, according to you, did they allocate the result of Peter Obi having over 90-something% of the vote in some part of the Southeast, and it has overwhelming result beating the incumbent, the president at the moment, who is also from Lagos State? He beat him very well in his own state of Lagos.
According to
is that also the part of the plan?
According to the PDP spokesperson in Lagos, he said we won by almost 1 million votes, not by level, in Lagos. So the mere fact that they reduced it to 10,000 difference tells you it was still written. Where is the polling unit by polling unit results of Lagos State election? And the law is that it will be unmutilated. All the results I saw in 2023 are mutilated. You could see majority of them. So it is either you are allocating somebody's result or you're removing some result from his own.
What were your age?
All right, so there you have it. You're precisely listening to Kenneth Okonkwo there. Barrister Darlington, what do you have to say about that?
Everything he said there is what is already known. We said it after the election. That's Section 62. We quoted it. That where are these things that will show evidence of a transparent election? Nobody brought it up to today. So all this now that Tinubu want, Tinubu now, I just laugh. I mean, there are things that will happen to you. You don't know how it came about, but it's happening. Esther, can you carry spiritual matters to court and say, a witch is disturbing me in my house? So, where is the witch? The court will say, go and show us the witch. Where is his address? But you know that witches and wizards exist. Is that not true? Did they not play a role in this election? When they came out, 300 of them, and issued a press statement that Obi and Atiku should forget this election. No, they have already decided it in their meeting. I mean, is that hidden? Is it a hidden fact? So, if you want to take witches and wizards to court, where will you see the address? When things are obvious, my dear, don't push it. This is the first time in the history of this country that the 3 major contestants won 12 states each. Deliberately crafted. Yes.
So you are aligning with what Kenneth Okonkwo is saying.
Exactly.
That it was written.
Without even being told, you should see.
But if that was the case, why wasn't it presented at the tribunal?
Present what?
Why wasn't the opposition political parties who felt that they were disenfranchised, why didn't they present evidence at the tribunal?
The one that was presented, what happened to it? Didn't they tell you that you brought it late?
No, but a couple of persons felt that the legal team of the Labour Party were quite disappointed. They were not able to present, as there were quite a lot of anticipation for them to present the evidence to prove the claim that there were quite a lot of results that were not properly documented.
Go and read that result. Most of the evidence they brought was discountenance. The court didn't even want to attend to them. How about the particular result or the particular evidence that would have nailed the winner of that election? What did they say? That it came late. A very vital instrument. It came late. It's like somebody stole my car and I went to court and said, look, this car is my own. This man took it. I brought all the evidence that this car is my own. The court said, no, you should have brought it since 20 years ago. Why are you bringing it now? The man is already riding the car now. We cannot collect it from him. So you brought your evidence in it. Therefore, the man should be riding the car that you stole from me. That was what the court did. They didn't say that thing is false, and nobody sued Atiku or CSU. Rather, they told you it came late and case closed. A very vital instrument. So how can you now come and tell me that the person there won that election? Because for you to be part of an election or part of a contest, you must be qualified. there is always a criteria that you must do the age, everything. You must qualify for you to enter that contest. So if you do not qualify to enter a contest, on what basis now would you now say you have won? Can't you get it? It's like somebody who entered the exam and they depended on Expo and used Expo to get the 8, 9, all of them. Please, will you say that student is a clever student or that is intelligent? No, tell me. Because you use Expo to pass. These are what happened and what played out. So what is anybody saying? All the things that were brought out against Tinubu, did he come to challenge any of them? Did he come to challenge any of them in any court?
All right, let's take a listen again to Kenneth Okonkwo on what he said earlier today, because I think he was on another media platform yesterday evening talking about the same thing, but he had more to say this morning. Let's take a listen to that.
With the fact that there was an agreement between North and South that the North should have power for 8 years, the South should have power for 8 years. And I ran under that canopy. And then we produced a Southern president. However that came. In 2027, it is a different ball game because we are now in the half of the match. If you say you want to bring another Southerner who is not Tinubu to come in, the North will say he's going to spend 8 years. And then that will still breach the agreement. And now that Tinubu is incomparably bad, would you say you give him another 4 years? That we will continue to sink, according to World Bank report, into further poverty and misery? Now, if you get a Northerner who will commence a rule in the middle of the game, would you say that if he spends 8 years, it has not become injustice? It will. Now, if you are in a coalition democratically, how do you choose somebody that will be acceptable by all his colleagues? These are very tough issues. And what I have decided is that, look, there is 4 more years that is remaining. Because we may not be able to choose anybody by selection and make the person to have the buy-in of all the other contestants, let there be an open primary election between North and South in a coalition. Whoever wins should agree to do 4 years to compensate for the injustice that will be meted out to any section. If another Southerner who is not Tinubu wins, he must say that he will do 4 more years to complete Tinubu's regime. If a Northerner wins, then let him do 4 years so that it will return back to the South. Because that is the only way that we may be able to stop this government that has become incurably bad. According to John Locke, when a government becomes destructive of the fundamental human rights of the people, they have the right in a social contract to alter the government, to change it or abolish it altogether. This government needs to be changed, and you have to give in something in order to get something. So basically, that is the only justice of the situation that I have seen. Where did I learn this from? I learned it from Tinubu himself. In 2015, Tinubu sided with the Northerners against Reuben Abati's principle. And the South, they were pleading, let them complete their term. But Tinubu, out of self-preservation, out of the Bilokon philosophy, he said no. He aligned with the North and chose one of his own to be the vice president. He preferred the power going back to the North rather than remaining in the South, so that it will pave way for him in the next 8 years to become president. And that is why he's president today, because of that strategy. So in between the game, and when the incumbent is found wanting, the only way to move forward is by this method that I have enunciated.
Well, I'm enjoying myself.
More than 2 years to the next election, Reuben Abati, you will have been in saner climes. We ought not to be talking about election now. We ought to be talking about administration. And administration has to be at least 2 years before you even contemplate talking about strategies for the next election. Unfortunately, the problems of Nigeria have made most politicians to be looking out for the next election, not for the next generation. So 24 hours, they say, is too long in politics, and you're talking about more than 2 years. Obviously, it took many years before even APC had to be coupled together. So what we are saying is that let the dialogue continue. I was privileged to be a spokesperson in 2023 election. We came on board about 3 months. 3 months to the time. 3 months to the time, and we overwhelmed the whole system. And you're talking about more than 2 years. The people are the residue of power in a democracy. In 24 hours, if they make up their mind on something and they insist on it, that's the end of the whole thing. What is keeping Tinubu in office now? Because for me, he's already out. What is keeping him in office? What is making people to defect to APC is because of their belief that we are not a nation of law and justice, but a nation ruled by an individual. They believe that if Tinubu sanctions you, no matter what the people think, you are already in there. Let's take the case of Delta State. You understand that Ned Nwoko said that his governor is not a performing governor, and that his governor has not seen the light and has been antithetical to the development of his people. And this was the reason he entered APC. Remember that Omo Agege, for instance, has been nourishing the ambition to be the governor of Delta State. And he also is in APC, welcoming people in. Remember that Festus Keyamo has not been a fan to Omo Agege. And you know what? Oborowere himself, fearing that these people will now use that federal might against him, said the best strategy now, because he has not given us any economic, political, or social indices that APC is performing that made him to join APC. He said he is joining APC too. Why? Self-preservation, which is the law of nature in a state of nature. And now, what do you think will happen in Delta State? You want to tell Omo Agege to throw away his gubernatorial ambition? You may have something else coming. It is easier to steal the mace in the National Assembly than for Omo Agege to give up his gubernatorial ambition. And are you telling Senator Ned Nwoko to now go and fall for Oborowere that he has declared persona non grata in Delta State? So APC is already imploding and will continue to implode until they are blown to smithereens. And we are talking 2 years to the election. I've made it clear that everybody joining APC now will regret it. Exactly. Because how do you think a nation of 200 million persons will tolerate to continue to be in ad infinitum poverty, ad infinitum hunger and hardship? Power resides with the people. When the people will speak, all these walls will crack.
Wow, versatility. A couple of persons will say Kenneth Okonkwo is a wordsmith, he's very vocal, he's voracious with his words and all of that stuff. Do you think the APC will implode with what he's saying? I mean, what we're seeing makes the party look stronger, seem bigger, seem larger, and it brings a confidence for the party members that they have a clean slate for 2027. Everything is already on ground. So do you think he's speaking in the sense of he knows what he's saying, or it's just a way of encouraging himself or those who are not supporters of this current administration?
It is very obvious.
Very obvious?
Yes.
Why?
When you read the handwriting on the wall, you will know that Tinubu has already failed. All these permutations will not work, because look at it this way. He has fallen out with the North. That is obvious.
But the North he doesn't necessarily need all the northern states to win.
I'm coming. With what has happened so far in the South here, especially the Southeast and South, within Nnamdi Kanu being incarcerated up to now for no justifiable reason, will Tinubu come to the Southeast to campaign?
Well, he went to the Southeast in 2023 and Nnamdi Kanu was in custody.
I said that was because we thought he was going to release him when he come into office.
But you know that they feel that the Southeast, when it comes to the political whatever, they're not necessarily important in terms of, you know,
Okay.
they consider the fact that they don't really need to align with the Southeast
Okay, no
because
problem.
their votes. Because if you look at the elections in
Okay,
2023, the
listen.
Southeast did not really come in for the APC,
Okay.
and yet they won.
Okay, fine. They won, Abi.
Yeah, the
They
APC
won.
won.
Now,
The president won.
Listen very well.
Mm.
Abiola said the same thing, that he doesn't need his Igbos to win his election. And that was why one of our bad boys called out Zedibe said, okay, no problem. He now torpedoed the ambition by creating those, is it ABE what? Oh, so you don't neglect everybody and claim that you are very clever. No. How can you say an important ethnic group like the Igbos is not important? They don't matter. Okay, South, with what has happened in Rivers today, which is one of the best or richest states in the South, with what Tinubu have done there, will he go there to campaign? Will they listen to him? My dear, the permutation is not looking too good for Tinubu. And remember what the North said, though, that his former political advisor. He said if 2027 election is rigged, there will be no Nigeria. Is that not true?
Mm-hmm.
So if you are banking on rigging, forget it. Forget it. It will not happen. So that we now know actually how much you are loved by the people. Let us do this exam without expo, and let's see who is the brilliant student here. That's what we are saying. So all these things that people are talking about, even the South, the vote will be divided. Not every South person loves Tinubu. He knows that. If not, why did he lose Lagos? You mean people are that dumb that they don't know what to choose or what to do?
Well, his supporters have vowed that it won't happen in 2027
How many
again.
supporters? How many?
They said it won't happen in
How
2027.
many?
They already put in mechanisms to ensure that it doesn't happen.
The only mechanism is this brigandage and threat and intimidation. My dear, we are not going to buy that again. I've told you. If you claim you are very clever in political mastery, if you claim that you know you are the one who invented politics, then let us do it in a free and fair election. That is how you decide, not by using underhand tactics. And you claim you have won. Won what? Won what? With all the revelation that came after 2023, are you still claiming that Tinubu won that election? I mean, didn't you see all the revelations? From the Rivers State to other states, didn't you see them? So what are you saying here? Leave all those things. It was before. People are now wiser. Esther, APC have led Nigeria for the past 10 years. What is the outcome? What is the outcome? Does it mean does it tell you that this party actually want to govern Nigeria and develop Nigeria? Mention one thing Nigerians have benefited from APC since 10 years now. 10 good years, a decade. Nothing to show for it except propaganda, lies. You hire some social media rats to be talking and saying things that are not true, and you claim you are clever. Is that how to do election? Can he try this in America, where we copy the democracy? If they caught you, if you are caught trying to undermine the democratic process in America, you will be banned for life. If you are doubting me, go and ask Richard Nixon what happened to him with the Watergate scandal. All right. But here we see infamy, we see evil, and we are clapping and celebrating it.
No, don't generalize. It's not all Nigerians that claps and celebrates evil.
They will have to show it in 2027. That's what we are saying.
Did you have to wait till 2027 to show it?
There's no other way now. That's the only time to show your displeasure. I mean, what else can you do as a civilian? You are not a military man now, so what will you do? Mm-hmm. So let's wait to 2027. If they make that mistake, I'll be here to tell them, sorry, because they will be the one to come and lament.
But what if some of the policies being implemented by this administration begins to yield, the result, specifically at the grassroots? Do you think that Nigerians will complain anymore?
In what way? Is it not when you plant something that you harvest something?
They're already planting. I mentioned the LEAP initiative. I mentioned the credit scheme. He talked about the food allocation that he recently introduced, which will commence in May. All of these projects are on ground and they will begin to work very soon.
You are doing so well. You are doing so well in playing the devil's advocate.
No,
but it's not working. It's not working because, one, how long will it take you to plant yam and harvest it. Yam. These are food crops. So far, where is it? Where is the food stuff that they promise you? Before APC came on board, Esther, you were buying rice, a bag of rice, 8,000. True of us? No, true of us. Why can't we get? Why can't it be the same? Now, what happened? No, tell me. What was the exchange rate when they came into office and now? These are things that you tell you that yes, somebody is working. These things are not there, and it will never be there. So what are you promising?
It will never be there.
It will never, because look.
You did swear.
I said it will never be there because I didn't see any foundation being laid. That's what I'm saying. No foundation.
But he just told you that they inherited a terrible administration. The economy of the previous administration was terrible, so he seemed to be starting from ground zero.
I will not buy that scrap. It's a scrap as far as I'm concerned. It's a scrap. Which administration? You collected government from PDP. You were complaining. Esther, you now collected government from your own party again. You are still complaining. Please, when are you going to stop complaining and do the work? When? Tell me. At least you hated the bad government. Why did you make it worse? What was the exchange rate when you came into office? Where is it now? The fuel subsidy that you claim is the master stroke. What happened to it? Esther, please, after removing fuel subsidy, should Tinubu complain again? Should he complain again, for God's sake? Nigerians, please answer me. You saw all the things he said about removing fuel subsidy. What happened after removing it? It got worse instead of better. So, you see, look, my Bible said my people perish for lack of knowledge. I don't know why Nigerians are not asking Tinubu these questions. The fuel subsidy removal, where are the dividends?
They are asking.
They are asking.
Didn't you listen to the presidential media chat about 4 months ago? He was able to respond to one of the senior correspondents in Channels TV, Mokwe, in regards to that. He said that there was no other way to do it.
I said, where are the dividends now?
I think that's what he's basically implementing for
like
his the LEAP initiative, the food allocation program. I think it's the dividends of the subsidy removal that he has been able to save that he's using for all of these projects.
Which project? Esther, in this age and time, you are giving handout to your citizens as a survivor means. Handout. This handout, did it improve or did it reduce the price of foodstuff in the market? Please, did it? How many people benefited from the food? Look, there are things you cannot even begin to think about because it is very awkward. Very awkward. How many people benefited from the so-called food handout? How many people?
It's something that is commencing in May. It's not now. He has signed off on it, 100 billion.
Are you serious?
So they will map it down. They will register to schools. They will organize everything.
How many times
from May to commence?
Hold on. How many times has this handout been given since Tinubu came into office? How many times have you calculated how many times they gave us food handout that nobody saw? Remember the
committee who set up with Wale Edu. I remember
the 20
bags of rice.
Where is it? That for each state. Where is it?
It was subsidy removal palliative.
Where is it now? Where is the rice? Did you buy any?
It's exhausted. It was not meant to be bought. The governors were meant to give their states residents.
I said
free.
In Lagos State here. Did you hear any announcement anywhere that you should go and buy rice also place?
Yes, the governor did that. In fact, they set up like food banks for persons to go buy very cheap. Then bags of rice. I think towards December they set up something like that.
Good. Okay.
A market that was subsidized. You go there and buy at a certain rate, and you cannot resell. Then they set up places where people can go get food at some of the wards and local governments. That one with this one.
Hold on. How long did this last, Esther? Please. I'm talking of sustainable program.
It was an interim thing at the time.
Then after that, what now happened? Didn't people go back to hunger? You can see now, all these things are just tokenism. Things that are not sustainable, for God's sake. Under PDP, did you experience this type of thing? Hold on, did you? You cannot even answer me now. So why are you now claiming that they have done one magic project like that? After eating rice for 1 or 2 days from government, what happened after?
But there was a global recession, remember, after COVID. So I think after that time, a lot of things went down globally across the globe.
Esther. God Almighty. You said after COVID, Abby?
Yes.
So you are the only country that experienced COVID. It's only Nigeria. So other countries have been
affected us so bad.
No, other countries have been struggling. Italy, remember Italy was the hardest hit. What happened to them after? You see, when you are a bad workman, always quarrel with his tools. Every time COVID 2020 COVID, you are still making reference to when others have moved on. Okay, these other people that are borrowing you money now, they were not part of the world when COVID happened. Where did they get the money to borrow you? No, where did they get especially China with over 1 billion human beings? Where did they get the money to borrow you? It's not people there that are working out the money. Leaders that know what to do with the economy. A country of over 1 billion human beings is borrowing you money, Esther, and you didn't see anything wrong with that. Meanwhile, you are a master strategist. You made first class in accountancy in one university somewhere. You have this, you have that. You work with Lloyd, Deloitte and Lloyd. You work with Moby. Yet none of them could show one appointment letter they gave you. My dear, look, you see, they said a liar should have good memory so that you remember the lie you told yesterday. You know, a liar should have good memory. So when a liar does not have, he will always commit blunder. You can't continue to lie all through. And expect everybody to believe you. It's a lie. It can't happen. They have come to the end of lying, so they have nothing to offer again. Now they are trying to rig election in 2027. If not, tell me, what will Tinubu campaign with? I asked you that question, you have not told me. What will he campaign with? Something that people can relate with. Something you said, if you don't give up prepaid meter, we should not vote you. Where is the prepaid meter? Esther, they have borrowed money 3 times for that prepaid meter, yet we couldn't find any. The money they borrowed from World Bank and to fix prepaid meter in this age and time, we have not seen it because of the extortion that is going on under what estimated billing. That is why the man is praising Adelabu. That's why they are praising him, because he's extorting money from you and I in the name of estimated billing. Are you happy that your government is committing extortion against you, a citizen? Extortion, clear extortion. Because when we are saying it, that they didn't pay attention until the thing hit Aso Rock. They couldn't pay NEPA bill. They now resorted to solar energy, and they said that. So if you cannot pay, is it the ordinary Nigerian that will pay? That will tell you where we are. I said their lies always catch up with them. You are blaming people for not paying NEPA bill. Have you paid your own? Have you paid? You can see. So if you are lying, don't worry. The lie will catch up with you, and it has caught up with them. So that's why they are running helter-skelter, inducing people to come to their party. How do you go to a party? Kenneth Okonkwo says it's a sinking ship. No, I said it's a road to hell. It's very wide. Let them continue. They will jump out. They will jump out. Are we not here? I told you they will jump out one by one, because I know what is going to happen. He just painted a scenario in Delta State. How about other states? Lagos unko. Esther, Lagos unko.
No, Lagos is on lockdown.
It's on lockdown, Abi. Their eye will open.
No,
evil can never last forever, Esther. Go and check from history. I have told you this. Go and check from Nebuchadnezzar to even the ones we know in Africa. How did they end? Mobutu Sese Seko ended up in exile, and he died a miserable death. Do you know that during his burial, this man who claimed that before him there was no Zaire, after him there will be no Zaire, only 8 persons were present at his burial this in Morocco. Only 8 persons. Idi Amin unko.
Well, Barrister
So
Darlington,
why do you think it will?
in the process of all of this, the important thing is administration. The president really needs to concentrate on administration. While they are going ahead with their 2027 agenda, administration is important. There is a decadence in distribution of electricity. It's terrible. It's worse. We cannot be supposed productive society. We cannot expect productivity to take place when the power sector is moribund. And the Minister of Power has come up with different issues as to why we'll continue to experience this inconsistency. The last time he told us that we'll continue to experience national greed failure, and that if at all the power sector will be resuscitated, they need about $10 billion or something to work on it. He also gave the fact that most of the equipment and the wires and all the transmission equipment are very, very old and deplorable, that will continue to experience things like this. And there is vandalism on some certain areas and a lot of excuses. But at the same breath, you come and tell us that 150 million households are experiencing uninterrupted power supply 24 hours. How is that even possible? So we cannot experience proper administration, proper productivity, especially if we want to produce in our manufacturing sectors. If electricity is literally gone, it's gone. It's not something that is manageable. You have locations where for 3-4 days no electricity, no excuse, no reason as to why that is. Is it a transmitter that is faulty? What exactly is the problem? No communication from the distribution companies as to why. So these are the administrative angles that the president really needs to concentrate on, beyond the whole massive defection to the political party. He still has about 2 years to go, and that also marks a huge, either to be a huge achievement for him or a disadvantage for him. So whatever distractions are already coming up right now, he should just focus on ensuring that due diligence of governance is actually implemented across board and not isolated to certain regions. We will take your phone calls now, because I know that. Why do you say it's not possible?
Because politics have started. He need to concentrate.
While the political ground is being fertile, it doesn't mean that he shouldn't focus on governance. He's still the president of the nation.
God Almighty, Esther, you cannot be distracted with political issues and still perform well in governance.
Well, he has persons who can do all of that for him.
All those people have been put to work. They are now to campaign for him. That is why you see them on social media. Can't you see what's going on there? Those people, you think that they just wake up and they are writing all those things because they love people. No, they have been paid to do what they are doing. They can't be doing with their own money now. You know it's not possible. You know, they can't be doing all those things now. So politics have started with all this campaign all over the place. With all these things that you think I know, it have started. That's the master strategy. To be ahead of the game. To be ahead of the game, thinking of how to make things happen in a very crooked manner. That's the only thing that's going on now. I just told you here now that look, there is no other way except to rig, because I have calculated everything. It didn't add up. Esther, it did not add up. Tinubu cannot claim all the votes from the southwest. It's not possible. It will be divided among the 3 contestants, if at all. Then the south is, of course, if Obi is going into the game, forget that area. The south, they cannot be happy with what's going on in Rivers State. So where is the vote coming from? The north are already at loggerhead with him. Now do the calculation now. So what else are you talking about? You mean with all this calculation, he will now perform magic and then win 20 million votes? Who voted for such a thing? The only thing now is maybe the next INEC chairman. And like some people have warned him, if you rig this election again, there will be a problem. Go and check. I have told you here, the problem of Nigeria always.
There's going to be a new INEC chair by that time.
That's what I'm saying. Let him be born again. Let him be, because I've told you.
That's why INEC is advocating for electoral reforms.
Good. Now look at it.
Smith sale during
look at it this way. The problem of Nigeria always starts with election. Go and check. Go to history. Election has always brought problem in Nigeria, so we don't want it again. So if you claim that you are clever, you know politics more than God, in fact you are the one who invented politics, you are a master strategist, go to the field and conduct a free and fair election. When you now win, I will be here to blow the trumpet for you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take your calls now. We sincerely do apologize for not taking calls earlier. We had a glitch. Yes, I know you guys will say this glitch thing is becoming a recurrent decimal, but it's not. So that's why we had to take an extension for the analysis segment of the evening rush. So let's take your reaction. Please make it as short as possible. We've actually run out of time. The number to call is 080-3692-9933. 080-3692-9933. The WhatsApp number is 0817-1756-338. You can send your messages on the WhatsApp number, but I'll prefer that you call. I don't know if we'll have enough time to read messages. Okay. Hello, good evening. How are you? Welcome to the evening rush. What's your name?
Good evening, Esther.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Fine, Okangwelina.
Okangwelina, please go ahead. What's your location, though?
I do your window here, Mafuloko now.
You say you did my window. All right.
Yeah.
I
greet my barrister there. Barrister. Is my barrister there?
He's there. He's listening to you.
Well done.
I beg, if you finish, come and take one bottle here.
You have been promising me bottles, so you don't need 3 now. I never see any.
Don't worry, I'll make it 2 today.
Hurry up before I leave here.
Esther.
Sir?
This your glitch. This is your glitch every time. I hope it's not the INEC technical glitch.
Amahamo, because me too, I know they understand them, but God
INEC said they had glitch. And they started changing number from 1 to 2, 2 to 3.
Don't worry, we passed them. God passed them.
It's okay. So, I wish you the best.
Thank you very much.
When you were saying that the government is bringing, they will bring free food or they will distribute food, they will distribute the money and all kinds of things, all those palliatives. You know that is the easiest way to steal money. That's the easiest way to embezzle. That's what Buhari did throughout his tenure of 8 years. They said they were doing trader money, they claim money, they were sharing, and if they share money, 90% of that money they share is going back to their own pocket.
Exactly.
We were all here now. They said they were sharing money to the poorest of the poor. I went to my village and I asked the poorest person there, did they give you any money? Nothing. The whole village, was there any money that came here? Nothing. So, the things they are telling you now is just, they are looking for a way to embezzle. Nobody is sharing money, nobody wants to help anybody. They should bring bag of rice, like Barrister. They should bring the bag of rice to 8,000 where we were buying it during Jonathan time. If they do that, then I will vote for them.
I wonder.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Akambelina, for calling. 08036929933. 08036929933. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Good evening, Mr. Wachuku.
Good evening, sir. What's your name, please?
I'm Obina calling from Ikoto.
All right, Obina, please go ahead.
I'm greeting my barrister, Pastor, Prophet Darlington.
Well done, my brother. How are you?
Yeah, well done, sir. I must comment. You are really saying our mind here. We listening to you. It's just like you are saying our mind. God bless you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, let me be first on this. Hello?
Yeah,
we can hear you.
Let me be first on this. Esther, I don't know. Are you supporting APC?
Am I doing what?
Are you supporting APC?
No, I'm not supporting, but I'm really not what is available.
There's
no, these are the facts now. You can't. I cannot be reiterating what the barrister says. I have to either counter him or state out.
Some keywords,
but I'm also saying some things as well. I'm not defending. Can you go on with what you want to say, please? Not to castigate. Go ahead. You are taking time.
I don't even want her to agree with me.
No, I can't agree with you now. If you please go and learn broadcasting or go to a professional school of communication. All right. When you guys call in and castigate, I am doing my job. If you want to come and do my job and you think you can do it better, then go to school, go for the qualification, go for the training, and then come and sit here and do it. Don't call in and then start casting aspersions. Hello, good evening. How are you, please?
Hello,
good evening, sir. Thank you so much. What is your name?
Yeah, my name is Emmanuel, aka DJ Zera.
Wow, Emmanuel, welcome to the program.
Yeah, but Honorable Barrister, I greet you.
Well done, no.
Yeah. You see, the thing where they happen for this country, Barrister, kudos to you because you are the voice where they use the speak. You are speaking our mind. But the question why they ask, these people where would they tell you all these things? They yell them. And the question, you see, this country, it's just like they are doing us scam every day. They are doing us scam every day. Okay, look at now what is happening in the all this jam of 18 now. Look at they don't finish with our youth now. Now our youth, our teenagers now they don't enter now. Everything where they all these our leaders. These people they have whether they have conscience at all. All these people, they have conscience at all. One day, all these things will backfire them. One day, all these things will backfire them. And our prayer be say, all these things will backfire them. That is my prayer every day. All these things they are doing to our youth, our teenagers. Look at what is happening in this exam now. These people are taking. They cannot be able to take exam. Wow. And they should find a way and refund their money now immediately, and or shadow exam for them immediately.
Thank you very much for calling, sir.
That JAMB, I think JAMB have put up a disclaimer.
Yes, yes.
I expect you to follow up and see whether result will come out of it.
Hey.
They said if we are posted outside the environment.
Hello.
Good evening.
Sue them.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, sir. What's your name, please?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening.
My name is Cedric. I'm calling you from Ikorodu.
All right, sir. Please go ahead.
I'm greeting my barrister.
Thank you.
We don't work.
Yes.
My sister. It's already to. What all our leaders are doing us, they don't finish for all our youth. Now, don't enter our children for this jam of things. So, they have promised us that they want to share food, want to share palliative, all those things. So they find way to steal money, billions. You know, APC people, they are no more doing for thousands or million again. It's billions or trillions. So very soon now we hear say crocodile swallow 10 trillion. Fire upon 300 million. Pastor Rock. But all I know is that God will arrest them one by one. 2027, they will not be able to win even local government chairman. I pray so. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. That will all depend on you. That will depend on you coming out to vote.
Yes.
That's the only
The
thing.
social welfare system in America, Esther, since 1935, it has been sustained by the successive American government.
Hello, good evening. How are you?
Hello, good evening. My
Good
name
evening.
is Peter Usifo. I'm calling from Abanoje Nekotum.
All right, Peter. Go ahead.
Please, your guests should not try to misinform the public blindly by telling us that the three political parties in 2023 that is for the 12 states each. Yes, we know that P2B scored 11 states plus Abuja making 12. While people also won in 12 states. Then Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president, won in 12 states. But we're talking about 25% in at least 24 states. It's only Bola Ahmed Tinubu that got 31, that scored 25% in 31 states. While Atiku scored, got 25% in only 21 states. And then P2B scored 25 in only 17 states. So he should not misinform the public on that. Then as for Kenneth Okonkwo or whatever his name is, I think he's just blabbing with his own political manipulation. Probably he's disgruntled and he has not gotten what probably he wants from the federal government. That's why he spoke that way he spoke. Then finally, on the show, Sowolu versus P2B statement. Let us leave the messenger and talk about the message. Actually, P2B should concentrate on uniting the Labour Party people. The centrifugal forces who have left P2B. Look at Labour Party is in disarray at the moment. So you should think of uniting them before you can unite the whole Nigeria, before you can govern Nigeria. That is my position. So
Right.
your man there is misinforming the public blindly. Thank you very much.
All right, Peter
Esther,
Usifo, well done, sir. Go
is
ahead.
it a fact that Annex said that the three leading contenders, they scored 12 states? Abuja, of course, you know what happened with Abuja.
Yeah.
The constitution said and Abuja. It was in contention. Is it a fact? Was that the one that said that they scored 12 states each?
Well, it happened to be that they counted Abuja for the president.
Well,
All right. Hello. Good evening. How are you? Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Yeah, it's Obin now. I call back.
All right, Obina. Please, very shortly, okay?
Sorry?
Very shortly. You said you're calling back when you've called before.
Okay, yeah. Okay, let me go straight to the point now. About Tinubu and students whatsoever on their agenda to Nigeria. To me, it's my own point of view, the way I've seen everything. I don't think these people there's a vision before they came into power. They just the presidency just came to answer that, in case you're calling former president, you put him included. Because there was no agenda There was nothing. If you check the way Mr. Darlington said there, what will he campaign with that he has done for these few 2 years he has been in office? Nothing to write him about. I just think these people are just misusing the power. He's misusing power that, I'm in top now, maybe nobody can talk to me or something like that. As for the man that was called, I don't think maybe, I think that man is an APC man. And it's not because Mr. Darlington keep on saying it, unless we come together to say no to all these things. If not, because look at what someone was called now. Someone in Nigeria called and was blabbing, was saying that thing he was saying. I was shocked. Yeah. So you see, come 2027, some people will still go and still do throw themselves to them and vote wrongly. But it's all made left for them. But as for me, I pray in 2027 God will do the needful and the right person will lead us to that place God said we should be. But definitely there was a country and God will restore that country back. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Obinna, for calling. Hello, good evening. How are you? Hello? Hello.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening, sir. What's your name, please? Hello? All right, you can kindly call us back. It seems you don't know that you're live. 080-3692-9933. 080-3692-9933. Hello, good evening. How are you? Hello? Hello? All right, most of you calling on WhatsApp, it's like you don't know that you're live. Hello, good evening. Ouch, wow. Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening. What's your name, sir?
Good evening to the senior advocate of the masses, Barrister Darlington.
Mayor, well done.
You are representing us well.
Thank you.
My name is Mayor from First Time. There's no gainsaying, there's no point wasting our time. The current president has failed in all ramifications. That's just the truth, by every standard. Even before I even said it this morning. Let us wait for 2027, and it will be Nigeria versus Tinubu and the campaigns. But for this man to continue, he has nothing to campaign with. That is just the truth. Tinubu cannot campaign, and we are waiting for them to snap. Once they are snatching, we are watching them and taking back from them. Once they are grabbing, we are they grabbing, whatever means they want. The country cannot continue this way. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Good evening.
Yes, good evening. Yes, good evening, sir.
Good. Yeah, newcomer. I'm hearing the voice of.
You said? You're fading.
I'm not hear Barrister Darlington voice in the newcomer there. So I like putting things together.
I can't hear what you're saying, Mr. Ozo. You sound muffled. Did you put your earpiece somewhere? Or you can put the speaker of your phone to your mouth. You sound very muffled.
Yeah. You're not clear.
What did you say? We didn't hear what you said because you sound muffled.
Good evening, Esther and Barrister Darlington.
Good evening to you too.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm happy. My name is the same message there. So watch my message. You see the message, what I send there, please.
Okay, it's your message that you want to talk about. Okay. Thank you for calling. 080-3692-9933. That's the number to call. The WhatsApp number is 0817-1756-338. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Hello, Esther. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Fine, Barrister. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, this is Tunde from Isolo.
Kunle from Isolo. Kunle, how are you today?
I'm fine.
All right, please go ahead.
Okay, so Barrister, well done for your job. However, sometimes when you also talk, I see some kind of biased indices or some kind of biased intonation that you apply in your speeches. Fine, the president is doing badly. He has not represented very well. I'm a Westerner. I didn't vote him. I voted Obi. But in the course of time, the way some of you put this narration and all those stuff now is like, it's making one not to even have that confidence that, okay, even see these people say the reaction, like a chain reaction of, fine, if Tinubu allegedly read that, whatever, as you guys call it, is that the way you guys are now putting it, just generalizing, insulting the entire tribes and all those stuff like that is very, very unacceptable. Then on the part of Sanwo-Olu and this Obi of a thing, he has the right. Yes, he has the right to say it. What did Obi achieve? I schooled in Unizik. What did he achieve in that place? It was even Ngige that started the transformation in Anambra, not Obi. So he didn't achieve anything significant. We were just giving all this thing. Look at Reno. He has put the data out. If you know that you have this data, I will give you this amount of money or so amount of money. He didn't achieve anything significant. The way we just hype and all those things like that. So Sanwo-Olu is right somehow. He's right. I think
thank you, Kunle.
Please make it a balanced thing. So.
All right, Kunle, thank you.
Madam Pinto, I don't want to hear that woman again.
Where did you hear Madam Pinto now? Where did you hear her?
I don't reminiscing. Anytime I still flashback on that woman.
Kunle.
Anytime I remember.
You know, you just said something like now, and you are reflecting. Wait now.
Guys, let us go and
wait now. I know you are reflecting. You are reflecting what you just criticized right now. You are reflecting what you just criticized.
Why would she say such a thing, Esther? You should have closed.
All right, Kunle, thank you very much. Barrister Darlington.
What is that thing that is selling P2B today? Can you tell me? Is it the money he's doling out? Is it the talk that are following him that is doing his dirty political job? Is it whatever, connections? The only thing that is selling P2B today is the administration he brought into Anambra when he was the governor. Nothing else.
Barrister Darlington, on this platform, we have on several occasions disclosed to you, listening to us, that we do not conscribe everyone in the same basket. We always refer to the supporters of the administration who make it seem like an entire ethnic group is what they are. We've always said it on several occasions. It is not about tribe or whatever. It's about those who are supporting. It's their job to support. But to make it seem like it's a general thing is basically what, it's not applicable. So Kunle, that narrative is wrong.
No,
for you to call here and make it seem like that's what it is. That's not what applies.
If we even go by the record, who is stoking this fire? Who is generalizing here?
It's the supporters. I've always said it. It's the supporters, and they make it like an ethnic thing, and it's not what it is.
Some of the things they say, I can't say it.
It's very divisive on social media, so
I can't.
We discourage that.
But when they want to put you on defense, they will now look for one thing to hold on to. You are the one generalizing.
That's why I said you're reflecting what you just condemned.
When you told Igbo not to vote in Lagos here, did you single out one Igbo man?
It is not all of them. It is not all of them. Hello. Where are you, please? Where are you calling us from? Good evening.
Good evening, ma.
What's your name?
Good evening, my brother.
Yes, hello. What is your name?
You have Mr. Besman on the line. I'm an educated guy, a last caller. It will be in time. You were the best governor in your own time. He was the best governor that can see there was road network. If you say you don't have any report, let me tell you the report. Thank you very much.
Without any debt, he didn't left any debt for Anambra. He didn't borrow money.
08036929933. That's the number to call. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Good evening.
Yes, good evening. Turn down the volume of your radio.
My name is Emmanuel.
Turn down the volume of your radio, Emmanuel. Turn it off completely.
Are you hearing me clearly now?
Yes, I can hear you now. Emmanuel calling from where?
From Agor Palace Way.
All right, welcome.
I really commend you for you for listening. And Ogada Lenti, I greet, sir. Good evening, sir.
Well done.
All right, thank you very much.
Pertaining to what you just spoke about now, everything Ogada to talk is right, because we have seen it within us. The hardship, the way people let me just give an example. Like last week when I went out, a grown-up man was begging me for money. I was surprised, shocked. So it's telling on everyone. So anybody that is trying to say they are not seeing what is going on, it's a lie. It's because of what they are benefiting from this government. That's why some of them are just trying to pave way, not to have spoken the truth. So whatever is happening now is telling on every Nigerian. The things are hard. Things are so hard to the extent that seeing a matured man begging, that this government are not doing well. That's no problem. So, Ogadanisi, thank you very much. They enjoy your talk.
Thank you, my brother. Esther,
sir,
please, Dakunle. When the Oba of Lagos said that if the Igbo do not vote according to his wish, all of them will drop inside the lagoon. Please, what your speech is more provocative than that one? Did anybody from Igbo land reply him? Don't we have Ezes and kings in Igbo land? I mean, when people want to, they don't. I don't know. They just don't want you to reply whatever they are saying against you. They want you to accept whatever they are saying. A whole Oba said so. He didn't say one Igbo. He said Igbos. This Bayonologa, he said this will be the last time Igbos will take part in Lagos politics. You people do not hear those ones, Abi. It's unfortunate for all of you. It's unfortunate.
All right. Hello. Good evening. How are you? Hello.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yes. Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine. This is Edward from Ikotu.
All right, Edward. Please go ahead.
I want to contribute to what Israel has said.
All right. Please go ahead.
You see, the person that is speaking, I'm a public bus driver.
Okay.
So we stay in the garage, we stay in the public space.
Can you reduce the volume of your radio? There's a noise.
So what I'm trying to say is, you see, unless there is going to be manipulation in 2027, nobody inside board or any public place will speak good concerning this government, because everybody is crying. The hunger is too much. The suffering is too much. Imagine a woman. Are you there?
Yes, we're listening.
Hello?
Yes.
We can hear you.
Imagine a woman hawking pure water with bag, and he's saying to which two young men, this one says, give me money for my ticket. This one says, give me money for my ticket. And you look at this woman, having pregnant, and carry the baby at the back, hawking pure water. And these people now will stand by her side and say, you must give us money for ticket. And this the woman, this is how even 2,000 money at home. She will come and hawk pure water. And you see them after they collected the money from her, she will start crying. And tell me what people are saying concerning this government. And what will be the outcome of this government in 2027.
I'm telling you.
Thank you very much.
You have Agberos who are now alternative government in Lagos. Agberos.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, Barrister Darlington, we have Kudos Homes in the house. Like I said, we're so sorry for some of you. We could not take your messages. You know what happened, and we're already time constrained. I haven't been given a permission to extend this program because of what happened earlier. However, we need to remain on the time frame or the duration given to us. Kudos, how are you today?
I'm very fine, Esther.
Thank you for joining us.
Good evening, and thank you for having me today.
You're welcome.
Yes. Okay, so I want to bring this good news to everyone out there from the desk of Kudos Homes Limited. So we are still running our Easter promo extension. Now, what is it? What does it entail? Now, in this Easter promo extension, our property that is located in Omuketu Ekpe, that is Kudos Heritage, that is currently selling for 2.5 million naira. We are now running a promo on it. Now you can get it for just 950,000 naira. So this promo is just for a short time because it will be ending on the 1st of May. So if you are out there and you want to partake in this promo, you need to hurry. Just call the number 0905 904 7514 0905 904 7514. We understand the situation around the nation, in the nation today, and that is the reason why we are looking at how can we put smiles on the faces of Nigerians, because there are so many people out there that has been planning to get a plot of land, but because of the cost of the land, most people are unable to key into a property investment. That is why Kudos Home is offering this wonderful opportunity to everyone out there that fit into the category of the people that I just mentioned to start looking at this direction and investing in in properties, especially the one that we have in Omuketu, but that's Kudos Heritage, which is currently going for 2.5, but as of today we are still running the promo. You can get it for just 950,000 naira per plot. okay, we have other locations here in Lagos. We have in Agbowa, Ikorodu. In Agbowa, Ikorodu, we have Kudos City, which is currently going for just 1.5 million naira per plot. We also have other estates in Omuketu Ekpe like Kudos Heights, which is also in Omuketu Ekpe, and Kudos Heights is currently going for 4.5 million naira per plot. So what are you waiting for? Call the numbers now. The number to call is 0905 904 7514. 0905 904 7514. Also in Delta State, we have the Fairview Estate Phase 2, which is located in Ibuzo main town, and it's very close to the Asaba International Airport, and also it is close to the first and second Niger Bridge. And the Fairview Estate Phase 2 is currently going for just 2.5 million naira per plot. We also have Kudos Heights, which is also located in Ibuzo, and Kudos Heights is going for just 1.5 million naira per plot. And we have the Kudos Court, which is a buy and build estate, also located in Ibuzo, and Kudos Court is going for just 4.5 million naira per plot. So the number again to call is 0905 904 7514. 0905 904 7514. Now our inspection days here in Lagos is every Thursdays and Saturday. Every Thursdays and Saturday we go for inspection, and in Asaba and Enugu we go for inspection almost every day excluding on Sunday. We go Mondays to Saturday excluding Sunday. So if you would love to visit our office here in Lagos, the location is 171 Egbeda Idimu Road, Abule Odu bus stop, Egbeda, Lagos. 171 Egbeda Idimu Road, Abule Odu bus stop, Egbeda, Lagos. And you can get us on Facebook and Instagram at Kudos Homes Limited. Our website is www.kudoshomesLimited.com. And once again, key into the Easter extension promo. You can get Kudos Heritage Omuketu Ekpe. Instead of 2.5, you can get it for just 950,000 naira. Now let me call my number one more time. The number to call is 0905 904 7514. 0905 904 7514.
Thank you very much, Kudos Homes, for coming in here to give us that insight.
Exactly.
We sincerely do appreciate. Barrister Darlington, we need to wrap up. We are not given a time extension. How do you describe all that has been discussed, and how do you debunk those claims of the ethnicity and tribal sentiments and all whatnot? This is politics. Politics has no connotation. We're just been, everyone, especially the political elites, are being strategic. So it's the followers who are deploying whatever means that they need to deploy to ensure that they have an edge. But to the detriment of the unity of the nation is the question right now.
Esther, it is action that brings reaction. You can see that surreptitiously these people are trying to drag the Igbos into what is not their character. Some of these things, we don't have time for them. It is very, very obvious and clear. We don't have time for all this belly aching and bad mouthing and tribal whatever. We don't have time. It's on record. Even one of them who came here to support an Igbo man, he made it clear that we don't kill. That the houses in the Igbo land during the war, they were not killed. Ojukwu protected them. It's not in our character, but look at what they are doing. Dragging us dragging us into what is not us. And when you now react, they will leave what they said and start pursuing you. Is it fair? Is it fair? Look at all the things they have done and said against us. Did we reply? Did we retaliate? Esther, did we retaliate? They are not talking about all those ones. But the moment we say this thing is okay, we don't want it, they say, hey, look at Igbos. Like that man was saying, the way you are talking, the way you are talking yourself, ask yourself, why is it that every little thing you bring tribal sentiment into it? Every little thing, tribal sentiment. And when you want to call, you say, the Igbos. This is how they were accusing us here of carrying the 1966 coup. Until somebody who was a player came to write a book. Exonerating the Igbo, yet they are not tired. Go to social media. What exactly did we do wrong for God? What exactly? I've been asking that question. Every little thing you bring tribal sentiment into the matter. It's unfortunate, seriously. You people have got better change, you, because you are not the only one who know how to tweet on social media. You know, the Igbo, whenever they want to do something, they will do it more than you. We have been saying it to be very careful. You are not the only one who know how to stoke trouble. We can equally tweet, but we want to keep quiet about
some
this.
persons have actually started doing it.
They are not doing it properly.
They are now correcting.
I said they are not doing it properly, because
like
if you look at what they are saying, why would the whole governor say such a thing against?
He's free. He's actually free to say what he wants to say. The only issue here is he has never really responded to all of those things. He's always been minding his business and doing his job.
As a governor, he should preach unity that he always profess. He always talk of unity. What he said, will he bring unity?
Barrister Darlington, we need to wrap up
So
now.
what I'm saying is that these people that are stoking this problem, let them go to where their problem is. Else that we have insecurity in this country. Who are the people causing it? Is it the Igbos? Esther, is it the Igbos? You see why I'm not happy with these people? You left your real problem that you're supposed to face. Every time the Igbo. Meanwhile, you left the problem that somebody came to your land, kill your people, kidnap your people, rape your women, collect ransom upon it. You left them and you are pursuing the Igbos on what ground? If you are not a coward, why will you leave your enemy and you are pursuing an innocent man? If you are not a coward, please.
All right, thank you so much. For some of you that we couldn't take the messages on WhatsApp, we sincerely do apologize. Like I told you, we went off air for quite a while and we have other programs coming up, so we can't take or eat into their time. So we sincerely do apologize. And hopefully tomorrow we're able to take your messages. For some of you watching us on other platforms on YouTube, and we thank you for your patience and your consistency. We try to ensure that we balance issues in every regard and in every respect. And some of you always calling to seem like there's any form of partisanship. We do not do partisanship here. We represent issues as they are, as appropriately as it should be. Thank you once again. My name is Esther Wachuku. Good evening and see you tomorrow.